So this weekend, I headed back up north to see my dad. However, I had a little project for him. So for anyone who doesn't know my dad, he's a maker and a craftsman. But as I mentioned earlier in the week, I wanted to make a taco press. So he very kindly agreed to help me with this project. And what came out is honestly beautiful. It's amazing.
I knew that Luke was coming, but I didn't have an awful lot of wood in the workshop, so I found some scraps of beech and ash, and I glued up 2 panels, trying to get as much width as I could, because I wasn't too sure how big we were going to make this press. I scraped the glue off as best I could, and then we measured the panels to see what size we could get, and we agreed we could get 2 panels that were 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres. So having decided that, it was off to the table saw to cut them to width. And then dig out the old cross-cut sled so we could square up one end and then cut them to the final length. We thought it'd be best to sand the boards now, as it'd be really difficult to sand them once the press was assembled. So we sanded them with 80, 120 and then 180. And we gave all the edges a nice round over with the router. And then a family discussion about how thick we want our tortillas or tacos to be. We agreed on a thickness of 4 sheets of paper. Then we clamped the boards together with the pieces of paper between them, and using the self-centering drill bit, we attached the hinges, which I had left over from another project. And then cut a piece of ash on the table saw to form a block that goes on top of the press, and this is what the arm pushes against to flatten the dough. In a minute you'll see us round over the edges and give it a sand, and then we drilled some holes with a counter bore and cut some plugs because I don't want to see any screws in the finished product. Then using some more scrap pieces of ash, it was on to building the structure that holds the arm in place. Then it was time to drill some holes in the arm supports and then into the arm itself, and also to cut a metal rod out of a piece of metal I had lying around the workshop so it could act as a pivot point for the arm, and these ends will be hidden again by some wooden plugs.
And what came out is honestly beautiful. It's amazing. So as a thank you, I made him dinner. And the tacos were unbelievable. Thank you very much. It's amazing, Dad.
Well, thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I had a real good time making it. Big thank you to Richard and Luke for coming up for the weekend. I had a fantastic time. Big thanks to Richard, who videoed everything in the workshop. And also, big thanks to Luke for some amazing food, Luke. It was absolutely fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed it all. Something a little bit different. And I'll see you again on the next one. Cheers. Bye.